Hey guys, so we're getting started on day 6. Had an okay, decent night. It was really good to have a short day yesterday. We got to relax a bit. The one crappy thing was, man, there was some mosquitoes everywhere. To the point where we ended up not even staying out and hanging out with each other much because the mosquitoes were just so bad. So we ended up kind of going into our tents and just calling it an early night. But I went to bed at like 8:30, so slept the best I probably have since we've been on the trail last night. So that was really good. We got up early this morning, got on the trail, trying to get a decent amount of miles today so that we can have a short amount of miles in tomorrow to get to Twin Lakes. But today's definitely theme. The trail bird for the day is mosquitoes, and they've just been brutal. You can't even stop and take a break on the trail, catch your breath without being swarmed alive so far today. So I normally try to do these start off chats with you guys first thing in the morning once we get on the trail, but today too, here on segment 9, and we just immediately started going uphill, and some mean uphills too. They had some straight up, man. They make you climb right over the mountain. So couldn't talk to you guys then because I was having a hard time breathing. But now we've made it over the last 2 peaks, and now we're heading down. We should be at Turquoise Lake here in about 4 miles or so. I don't know, we'll stop here probably before then, find a place to eat lunch, re-energize, and then get back on the trail. Hey guys, so we've made it back to camp this afternoon. We had a really good day today. Felt really good when we woke up this morning, but then realized real quick that we didn't feel quite as good as we thought we did as we were going through the day. Today was a pretty brutal day. We're looking forward to kind of, as I've mentioned before, getting into Twin Lakes tomorrow, and we want to do it early because not only are we going to plan on meeting up with my wife in the afternoon, and we've rented a cabin to be able to stay there in Twin Lakes, And so she's going to bring us some good food and some other things too. But we were like, hey, if we could get ahead of our schedule, we could get in early enough to even catch lunch there and catch one of the food trucks that they have there, and get some good food there as well. So we've set a goal. So because of that, we put some extra miles in the last couple days, and to include today, where I think we ended up with almost 19 today. So, and today it was tough. It was a lot of up and down, up and down, up and down. I mean, you were climbing the mountains and then going back down them. And that steep stuff is hard on your ankles. At least for me, it is. And so I think we ended up with over 4,500 foot of elevation gain. Not certain what the loss was, but it was a lot. And so made for a long day, but we pushed through. Made it to camp about 6 o'clock. Got everything set up. Just about to eat dinner here in just a little bit, and get ready to kind of call it a night. The mosquitoes are still just been really bad today. I don't know why it is. We're not even right next to a water source at this camp. They just, the whole day, I mean, anytime you stopped and took a break, the mosquitoes would just swarm on you. So thankfully we did bring DEET, but even that, I don't know that it's working all that great. So a lot of times when they get bad enough and we get frustrated with them at the end of the day, we have a tendency, Liam and I will just kind of go retreat to our tents and finish out the day in the safe havens away from the mosquitoes. So for today, my tidbit kind of thing that I'd like to talk to you guys about is a little bit about the psychological aspect, for myself at least, for through hiking. So for me, I've always wanted to through hike. Grew up backpacking in scouts when I was 14, 15 years old, and have just been backpacking a lot of my life and really taken it back on big time in the last 5 to 6 years, and really kind of pushing myself to bigger limits, and doing bigger things. And so, which to include the through hike that we're doing here. And so I'm super excited about it. Was happy to be doing the through hike, but at the same time, when you get out here, it starts to, it's tough. Especially when you get out and you want to really kind of push yourself to some new heights, kind of like Liam and I are doing. We've set ourselves up for averages, of around 18 or so miles a day. We've even done a couple days more than that. And that's kind of our goal as we go forward. And so, doing that, that's a lot of miles that we're putting on, and we're getting up at, 5:30 in the morning, being on the trail by 7. And then, most nights we're getting off the trail around 6 or so o'clock. And then you spend the next hour or so doing all your camp chores and getting things ready. And then you barely have a whole lot of time before it's, time to go crawl into bed, and you're exhausted and you're ready to just go to sleep. So, tomorrow, even though we've made it into be a pretty light day, and so it won't be a lot of miles, it's going to be a hard day for me as well, because, knowing that my wife's coming to hang out with us, it makes you think about, like I found myself today a lot thinking about all those things at home, thinking about my own bed, thinking about my hammock in the shade, in the backyard, home cooked meals, and just how much I miss my wife, and our other pets, and my other son, Cole, and just, it's going to make it, it makes it hard, knowing that you still got to finish this, you still got to leave them, after tomorrow afternoon, and get back on the trail and go through the pain and different things that you go through. Because every day you're going to hurt a little. Some days are worse than others. Yesterday was one of those days that if somebody would have said, hey, do you want me to carry your backpack? I'd have went, absolutely, please. Today, my backpack didn't bother me at all, but yet my ankles did. So, for me, it's, making sure that we're taking care of those when we get back to camp each day, and working through the psychological parts of this. I'm super excited about it. So I'm so glad that Liam's out on this trek, and he and I are doing it together, because I think we both are helping each other kind of talk through some of those downs, and make sure to see the ups, because man, we are seeing some beautiful scenery out here and just loving it. But thanks everybody, those of you that have watched and that are keeping up with us as we go along. This has just been a blast. Hopefully everything starts to go a little easier as well as we go along and we start to get in kind of that routine about things. We'll be hitting day 7 tomorrow. So those of you that are interested in keeping up with us, just hit like and subscribe. You'll get notifications when the next videos get posted. Each time we come into town, we try to post some of the videos. So my plan is tomorrow, when we get into Twin Lakes, is to post the last few days of videos. So we should have the last few days to get posted out live for you guys. So hope everybody's enjoying the videos, and see you guys around, and hopefully maybe we'll even see some of you guys out here on the trail. See ya.